here's Miami. They're on a 13-4 run. And that one's good, Ellis.
It's pretty simple, guys. It's not complicated. The solution to ending this run will be to get back and actually be serious about playing some defense here.
Yeah, they're getting beat down the floor. And really, unless you're going to the glass, you have got to sprint back defensively.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
And Embiid throws it down.
I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some true hang time there.
Now, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Okay, guys, that was just
I'll buy that for now.
a good old-fashioned chin check right there.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Here's Ellis. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And a new group in for the Heat. Whiteside's checked in for Stoudemire. Wash comes in for Trevor Ariza. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Cephalosha. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Goran Dragic. From deep, Ellis. And good on the basket. Book it.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Stolen by Ellis. And it's the Heat on the break. The three. And again, Miami with the triple.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Yeah, and Greg, you know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. Marshall can't hit.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Korver, good.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Fast breaks yield easy buckets, guys. They've made the most of their chances in that regard. The defense not able to get set, get a running start to the rim, you should get a good number of scoring chances that way.
And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. And the Heat, another three.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Landry, a screen on Ellis. And Marshall kicks to Embiid. That falls. Great assist by Marshall. And that's now 8 points for Joel Embiid.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Wasted no time on that one.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Knocks it loose and taken away by Ellis. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Another shot. Wade gets the bucket.
Yeah, again, just lackluster transition defense.
And 7 of the last 10 points, Greg, they've surrendered, have come off the fast break, so real easy to see what the problem is.
That's tipped. And now Ellis running the floor. Oh,
wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV.
Goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
The shot no good. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Heat out front, running away with it. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Hey guys, great execution in the first half, but we still have a few things to talk about before we go back out there. Obviously, we've shot the lights out, and that's not been by accident. You guys have done a heck of a job finding good looks every time down. Keep working hard to give it up for your Heat.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
How about a double-double already? I mean, this is the sort of energy performance that just energizes your entire team.
He has impacted the game in a bunch of different ways. Really going to be hard to slow him down now. I tell you what, this has been fun to watch.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Grant. David Lee is out there with Okafor, and it's Flowers in at the two-guard spot.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that. Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
And taken away by Ellis. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it, the fast break chance. And the Heat, another three.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Heat ball.
And here are some big men who, when they get it in tight, are as close to a sure thing as we've got. Here are the top field goal percentage leaders among NBA centers and power forwards. The fourth spot held by Jahlil Okafor.
And it's one thing to be able to create high-quality shots for yourself, but you still have to finish. And there's no doubt all those guys can do both.
Yes, sir. I mean, these guys make the most of every one of their easy opportunities. Missing layups is simply not part of their routine.
Bosniak. That one's off, still out of sync.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last three ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
That is good.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
From deep, Ellis. And that one's good. Ellis has got 15 points in just the second half.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
For the three. The shot no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. And stolen by Whiteside. And now Ellis running the floor all by himself.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Fires for three, and he gets it to go.
And what's gotten into him today? Yeah, this is getting ridiculous.
The 76ers have gone 4-6 from the field since the start of the third. Inside, here's Bosniak. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He thought he had that one clean.
In for Whiteside. Williams comes in for Chris Bosh. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Ellis in for Goran Dragic. Ellis in at point guard. Marvin Williams is out there with Winslow. Then it's Stoudemire. And it's Korver in at the two-guard. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Bosniak. And again, it's Philadelphia.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. And the basket good.
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on him with the triple.
Down low. And Embiid throws it down.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Takes the three. And the Heat, another three.
Back-to-back threes for him. Defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or you'll give up points in a hurry.
Noel with it. Now guarded by Winslow. Rebounded by Korver. Miami's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. And that one's good, Ellis.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
And the Heat, another three. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped. Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. You want to be aggressive offensively, but at the same time, you need defensive balance so you can get back in transition.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish. Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Miami.
First free throw is good.
Boy, they came out of the locker room at halftime with a much more physical disposition than they had in the first half.
And that helps, Clark. They've gotten extra trips to the foul line, and they need that to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Williams. And Thabo Sefolosha subbed in for Winslow.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Not lacking in confidence, and I really like that. Sometimes you see teams get conservative once they get a lead, playing not to lose. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Heat.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an in-seat. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And this has been a beautiful thing to watch. This team all season long with a remarkable journey, including tonight. They'll have now won 70 on the year.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
Well, they're going to finish, like you said, 4-0 against them, and you're right, very impressive.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Ellis. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Embiid.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Ellis with it. The three. That one goes. Count it.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
Grant outside. There's the triple. They get it again. Feeds to Marshall. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. He's looking for Embiid and finds him.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
Stolen by Ellis. Here's the break. The tray. No good. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.